Nice bike, but again, fatal flaw for a cargo utility style bike. Here's another one. No suspension forks. Ah! Hey guys, Richard here, eBike Reviews and Adventures. In this video, I'm going to be talking about a lot of different e-bike topics and some e-bike stuff, some behind-the-scenes things that are going on here in the channel. So stick around if you're bored and you just want to hear about some of that. This morning, I've got my buddy Rick showing up. Rick has made lots of appearances in my videos where we go riding together. He's coming over to bring a brand new bike. He finally made a decision. For all those who have been subscribers of my channel for a while, you know Rick has been shopping for a bike for like better part of a year. He's been looking. He finally picked one, and he's got the Furious model. It's a Furious, I think it's EMX, 60 volt, huge power. It's like 3,000 watt motor, you know, between two motors, 3,000 watts. Can't speak. Richard's having a hard time. I'm having a hard time getting the things out of my mouth today. Anyway, he's coming over, so I'm going to do a mini review, test ride on that, and then we're going to go for a ride. So, a lot of things going on here in the garage. Let me update you on a few things. Got rid of the Mooncool CG2 cargo bike. That was an orange bike similar to this color here. Made a happy customer this weekend that purchased that, so happy to get that gone. Great bike. I would have kept it if it had suspension forks on it, but Mooncool didn't design it with suspension forks, and I didn't care for that much at all. It makes for a very rough ride. Even on, you know, going off the end of my driveway right here, there's a bit of a dip, and every time I hit that is wham, you know. So I don't like it when bikes come in with no suspension. Here's another one with no suspension, the electric one. $2,200 bike, super nice, automatic transmission thing going on, belt drive, super nice, but somebody forgot to put suspension forks on it, so not happy with that. Oh my goodness. So anyway, got rid of the CG2. Speaking of the Revy bike here, if you've seen some of my previous videos, you know we had battery problems. Got the new battery a couple of days ago, got it installed. It's functioning the way it's supposed to. What it was doing, it was timing out after like 15 minutes, and you'd have to hit a button on the battery to reset it. But the battery's integrated, so you had to unlock it, pull the battery out to hit the button, stick it back in. It was just a pain in the butt. They designed it so it's supposed to last about 72 hours or so before the battery has to be reset. So got that fixed. That's working out. Speaking of batteries, did you guys see the video I released a couple of days ago about the battery that got recalled? And I made a video about taking it down to the landfill and properly disposing it to the guys that are recycling down there, lithium. Yeah, and I didn't mention the company's name because I just had that feeling I shouldn't mention the company's name, and a lot of viewers got upset with me because I didn't talk about what bike it was that was recalled. Well, the company saw that video, and even though I didn't mention their name, they got upset with me because I made a video and publicized it, and they want me to take the video down. Yeah. They want me to take the video down because they don't want me talking about this battery that had a recall and that I had to properly dispose of it, even though their name is not mentioned or shown in the video. Yeah, that's not going to fly with me. So that video remains. In fact, I was thinking about making a video just to expose the whole situation, but I'm not vengeful like that. I'm going to let it go. But they're supposed to send me a new battery, right? They're supposed to send me a new battery, and yeah, they better not hold that battery hostage pending me to remove that video, because then I will expose. Then I will talk about, and I'll share with you guys the whole story. But you got to be delicate when you're making videos as a creator. You got to be delicate. You can talk about, you know, features and things that are wrong with a bike and say why you don't like it, but it's a fine line. You just got to be careful with how you approach it, because there are there are companies out there that'll sue you in a heartbeat. In fact, there is a company, and my buddy Rick has firsthand knowledge of this when he gets there. That's funny. I wished I could tell you that company name too. A couple of creators made videos about this company's bike. It's a smaller company, not very well known, but the owner is off his rocker completely. And they were saying good things about his bike. They were talking about it. They liked it. They said good things about it. And this guy contacted them and threatened to sue him. Threatened to sue him and demanded they take their videos down, even though they were talking positively about his bike because they really liked what he was doing with it. And just threatened to sue him. Oh, yeah. Great. And my buddy Rick has personal knowledge because he had that particular bike on order. Before he ordered the Furious, he ordered that bike, was talking to the owner several times because Rick's the kind of guy that likes to do a lot of research. And so he called the owner, talked to him several times. They were getting along great. He joined his Facebook group page, was interacting with other people that own the bike, answering questions and asking questions. And somewhere along through there, the owner decided that he no longer liked my buddy Rick. Banned him from his website, or excuse me, from his Facebook page. Told him that he didn't need his kind out there on his Facebook page. And so my buddy Rick immediately canceled the order. It was just like a special order. He had to wait like 2 months with all the customization that he had going on with it. He immediately canceled his order. And I forewarned him and said, dude, stay away from this guy. Stay away from this company. Bad news, bad news. Yeah, he found out. He found out. My point is, there are companies out there that'll do that to you. I mean, they will do anything and everything to protect their brand, and to include threatening to sue creators because, you know, we said something that we didn't like, or in that guy's case, we talked about his product that was liked, and he still threatened to sue him. What else is going on here? So anyway, so this eBike. So this is one of the 4 we got about a week ago. Finally got it out of the box. Nice looking bike. I mean, yeah, nice looking bike. Except the pedal was defective. And didn't realize that the threads were kind of messed up on it. We were trying to get it started on the crank, tried to get it on the crank, kind of tried to force a little bit onto the crank, and it wasn't going to go. Yep. So luckily, I happen to have a new crank that'll fit. So I'm gonna install a new crank and everything on this bike, and I had to order pedals. I was gonna contact eBike and say, hey, you know, your stuff was damaged. Can you send me it to me? But it'd probably take a lot longer. And I found the exact pedals on Amazon for like 17 bucks. So I ordered new pedals that arrived today so I can get this bike up and going so I can start making videos about it. So it's unfortunate. Occasionally we get stuff in that's broken, just like this brand new Mooncool. Now, we had another problem with this Mooncool. One was we had some shipping damage right here where it's kind of got all chewed up. But there's another problem we ran into yesterday. We've only got a few miles on this, but the tensioner down there loosened up because there's so much torque on this chain. That motor is so powerful. There's a lot of torque on this chain, and the way it's designed down there, the chain was pulling on that tensioner and it loosened it up. And when it loosened it up, then the chain started slipping. And luckily it happened while I was just out here in front of the house and not off on a ride. So I got it back and tightened it all up, and I'm just going to wait and see if it loosens up anymore or not. I hope not. I hope not, because really love this trike a lot. We don't care for, my wife and I, the Mrs. Adventure, don't care for the color as much as what we thought we would when she picked it out. So we're not real happy with the end result on the color. But the features about the bike, everything is really super nice on it. Still wished it went 20 miles an hour because it's very stable, but it doesn't. It only goes 16, so that's a huge downfall in my opinion. So we're actually looking for something else that will go 20 miles an hour. So hopefully in the near future we will have a new trike that'll be Mrs. Adventure's new trike, and she'll be able to better keep up with me when we're, you know, doing more than 15 miles an hour, which isn't often, but. So the electric one is another new one. I just mentioned that to you, so got to get some videos out on that. Made a video about the Radio Flyer right here, this Radio Flyer Flex. Radio Flyer Flex. That's a tongue twister for me this morning. But the video didn't turn out. The lighting was really, really strong that day, just really super strong. And the lighting was just wrecking havoc on the video, and finally I scrapped it, and I'm going to have to redo the video, but nice bike, but again, fatal flaw for a cargo utility style bike. Here's another one. No suspension forks. I don't understand. I don't understand. The year is 2024. We still have putting out some good bikes with rigid forks. And on a cargo bike where you're going to carry small kids, Why? I keep telling these manufacturers, why? Why do you keep doing that? What do you think? Answer that, please. Just answer one question for me. What do you think? I understand the idea behind rigid forks. If you're going to be going down the road in a bike lane, not a big deal because it's a smooth ride. But I've said this on this channel many times before, and you've seen it in my riding videos. Oftentimes, you might be riding down the bike lane, and there's debris, or there's a bad spot in the lane, and there's a pothole, or there's construction, and you have to get out of the bike lane onto, the grassy knoll or whatever. Those kind of things still happen. And everybody has a dip at the end of their driveway, practically, and I don't like smacking that dip right there with no suspension and putting kids on here or going to the grocery store and getting some eggs or whatever we're going to get from the grocery store and having stuff bouncing around because I hit a pothole. That's my rant. That's my rant. We deserve suspension forks. I know they're a little pricey, but so increase the price of the bike, but give us suspension forks. Let's see what else is going on in here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, so these are the 4 new ones. The Mooncool, the eBike, the electric, and the radio flyers. Those are the 4 new ones. And we are doing something a little different on this channel that we typically don't do. But, yep, I accepted a mobility scooter. Mrs. Adventure needs a mobility scooter part of the time. And we have one, and she uses it part of the time when needed, to get around. And I know about 60, 70, more like 70% of the subscribers on this channel are like the age 60 and older. And when you're not out riding, cruising around on a bike, some of you just don't walk so well, and you may need a mobility device at home or when you go to the store or something. So we accepted it. We're going to test it out, try it out. Mrs. Adventure and I, we're going to bring you a video on that. And maybe that'll be a new mobility device for her. Oh my gosh, I'm doing a lot of talking. Oh, this video's getting long. I talked for 12 minutes already. We hit a lot of topics already. Let's see, anything else we need to talk about? I talked about 2 different battery issues. We talked about the 4 new bikes going on. We talked about my buddy Rick coming over. And do we do anything else with anything in here? I don't think there's anything new coming out. Oh, Mooncool. It was leaked this weekend. Mooncool has developed a child trike. Yep. Someone actually found a picture of it on Amazon. And just this morning, someone else found it listed under their Black Friday deals page, where they have a picture of the child trike called CK1, I think is what they were calling it. But no information yet. No pricing, no details, just a picture of it and the name. So interesting that they have a trike for kids, which I think could be okay when you have children that maybe don't need to be riding in a child seat on the back of your cargo style bike. Give them their own little something they can ride. As long as the parents are right there with them and you're riding together as a family, I think it's probably okay. Don't turn your small kid loose on an electric trike and just let them go off down the road, which will probably be what happens. But anyway, I think it could be a good idea for responsible parents. That's kind of cool. What else? Real quick. Anything else in the news, e-bike related? I don't think so, guys. I'm going to end this video here because my buddy Rick will be here soon, and I need to get ready for that. So I tell you what, make sure you stick around and watch out for that video because it'll be a fun ride, be a fun video. If you have questions about any of this stuff that I mentioned, drop it down below. And give me a thumbs up if you like this kind of content, because sometimes we just make a e-bike content or e-bike video, me talking about what's going on behind the scenes. So let me know if you like that sort of thing. Hey, I'll see you guys in another video real soon. Ride responsibly, ride safe. Dude, why are you being so brave? They already passed. Hey, the doggy is already gone. Why are you getting brave after he went by? Yeah, you're supposed to get upset when he's approaching. Defend your turf, dude. Defend your turf. Let him know who's boss. Let him know this is your property. He can't be here. But don't cowardly wait till he's already down the street. Silly dog.